So everyone, please welcome my sister from another mister, Christina.
Hello.
What really helped you kind of master your Mandarin tongue?
Well, I really forced myself to learn it. I watch Chinese TV. You know, 连续剧, dude, 连续剧 is like the best way for you to learn Chinese, especially those 宫廷剧. Best way for you to learn. That's why part of me is like very Thai. You know, I like to go to the night market.
Night market, the KTV.
Yeah, I love it. Sing Chinese songs.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show today. My name is John Drummond, or Yang Haoen.
Hello， 大家好，欢迎各位再度来到 NG 英文，我是 Angela。We
have a great episode for you today with my good friend Christina Mock, who's known around the Taiwanese community as 莫允雯。
没错，今天我们非常幸运的邀请到了在 YouTube 上主持 Honest Hour 的 Christina 莫允雯到节目上跟各位听众朋友们做分享，实在是太开心了。
My guest today was born in the U.S., however, her family is Taiwanese and Cantonese. She is an incredibly talented actress, model, host of a wonderful podcast called Honest Hour. She is a travel lover, people lover, spirituality lover, and so much more. So everyone, please welcome my sister from another mister, Christina.
Hello. I'm Christina.
What's up, Sister Moon?
What's up?
How
You're my white brother.
I am your white brother. That is very true.
Yes.
I'm so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. You know, you've been doing so many cool things around mental health, spirituality, self-development, and growth. And I wish we could share about everything. But I wanted to share how we met. Do you remember how we met?
Yes, we met through friends, and then we went to this sort of meditation retreat.
That's right. Yeah.
It was like a 4 days meditation retreat.
That's right.
It was a very intense 4 days.
It was a very intense 4 days. We were all there for, deep healing and just really wanting to work on ourselves, and came out on the other side, and I was like, I might have to be with this person for the rest of my life, my sister.
I feel like the best thing about meditation retreat is because all of us there, we have the same intention, which is to be more in tune with ourselves. And also that type of bond that was created between all of us, between you and I, was so deep because we are all there to heal. We're all there to, grow. And that's why we're brother and sister now, because of that meditation retreat.
That beautiful struggle.
Yes.
And breaking through to that other side.
Yeah.
And I love that. Well
and
said.
your two dogs were there. Nala and Jax were there too.
Nala and Jax went on that journey with us.
Yes.
And it was, and Mamba, Xiao Mamba.
Yeah, Xiao Mamba was there too.
Your cat, one of your cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
What an incredible experience. And I'm so grateful we had that.
Yeah.
And before we jump into kind of everything today, would you like to give a little kind of introduction about who you are and what you do?
I am.
Yeah. Who are you?
Hello.
What is your
Christina.
soul?
My name is 莫允雯 Christina. So I grew up in California. I moved back here after college, which is 11 years ago. I originally came back to do marketing at a beauty company. And then one thing led to another. I started modeling, and then I started acting. So for the last 7 years of my life, I've been acting. So I guess that's what I am now. I'm an actress.
You are an actress, and you are a fantastic actress.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you kind of found that route, because getting to see you be on set and do your thing allowed you to open up so many different doors and pursue now so many cool, beautiful things.
And I feel like because my job as an actress, I need to be in tune with a lot of my emotions, because I'm the type, I can't really act. Is that really weird to say? I can't really act.
No,
I have to really feel those emotions. I need to feel whatever emotions my character is going through. So I actually need to be in touch with my feelings. So that kind of opened up this whole portal of trying to understand my emotions and also navigating through life. Like everything that we go through in life is kind of like 我的养分, right? It's like 我的养分 for me to act. And that one thing led to another. Because of everything I went through in life, I kind of went on this self-understanding, finding myself kind of journey. And that led to this podcast that I started last year called The Honest Hour with Christina.
Yeah, and I love how you expressed that so well right there. You articulated that as you're not acting. You need to be in tune with your character, and you are really releasing all those emotions, happy and sad. And yeah, it's so well said. And that kind of is like method acting in a way, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you are in tune with yourself so much like that.
Yeah.
And like you said, you have this incredible podcast called Honest Hour.
Honest Hour.
Honest Hour. Shout out to Honest Hour. And you've had some great guests on. And the focus of that podcast is exploring yourself and mental health. So can you share a bit about that?
So I feel like before 2020, like 2020 was such a huge year for me. It brought me to my highest as well to my lowest. And because it brought me to my lowest, it really forced me to kind of self-reflect and understand every aspect of myself and of my emotions. And that took me on a whole journey of understanding myself on a deeper level that I never thought possible. And along the way, I had a lot of mentors, a lot of people, support system that helped me through that process. And once I got on this journey, it's almost impossible for me to go back and pretend to not see everything that I see now. And it's just becoming more aware of who you are, becoming more aware of what kind of inner wounds you have, what kind of inner child work you need to do, and, you know, understanding yourself and facing those fears is one of the best thing that anybody could do for themselves. And for Honest Hour, that's what I talked about mostly, is about this journey of finding myself and facing those fears and facing those inner wounds. And I feel like mental health, this topic itself, is such a taboo theme in Asia. It's like we're not allowed to talk about, you know, the dark stuff, the sad stuff. But they're there. They're all there. Especially in this entertainment business, we're all supposed to be perfect, but we're not perfect. Like we're humans. We're humans. Yeah, sometimes we're deep in the dirt, you know, with our face down. And
getting stepped on.
Yeah, getting stepped on, getting pushed over, and your face is full of mud. But yeah, and, you know, that's real. And I was really, really hesitant at first to do it, but I'm really glad I had a lot of support, and I did.
And I love you for that, because it is, like you said, so kind of taboo, but it's so important.
It's so important.
And, you know, like you as a public figure have to go through so much, but then in front of the camera, in front of everyone in public, you're like, no, everything's fine. But you're, you know, and
everything's not fine a lot of time.
You know, and so much, you're dealing with so much stuff. And so I'm so glad that you could open that door and invite on some guests to talk about that with you.
And, you know, if I never went on that journey, if I never started Honest Hour, because for me, Honest Hour is not just a podcast that I talk about. It's also a way for me to really face myself in front of the camera to hundreds and thousands and, you know, of people. That's a whole journey itself for me. And if I didn't go through all of that, I feel like you and I would not connect in the way that we did, because I would not be able to have such an open heart, open mind to meet different people and to have this type of connection. And once you know who you truly are and you find that, you know, that voice and you find your own soul, it's a whole different level of connection that you have with people.
Absolutely, yeah. And it reminds me of a quote: you can only meet people as deep as you've met yourself.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah. And I think about, you know, our group that we shared that experience with, and how I strive to meet people that have met themselves, you know, at least off the surface level. And it makes those friendships and interactions so much more enjoyable. So much more
deeper and meaningful.
And real and raw. And, you know, and there's nothing off limits to talk about, and you can explore. And sometimes that's scary, you know. But,
it is scary.
You know,
but you've seen like almost every aspect of me. You've seen me at my worst. You've seen me at my high, you know. And I feel like that's what life is about. That's what friendship and families are for. And that's why, you know, you and I became brother and sister, you know?
Yeah. No doubt, no doubt.
在进入到今天的讲解之前呢，我想先问各位一个问题，就是你们记不记得大概在2个星期前，在那个代班主持人 Mason 那一集里面，我们有讲过 brother from another mother 指的不是同母异父的兄弟，而是什么呢？而是在表达朋友之间的感情跟亲兄弟一样好。好，那在今天的内容一开始呢， John 提到说莫允雯是他的 sister from another mister， 表达的呢也是一样的概念哦，只是讲的就变成是感情跟亲姐妹一样好。 至于你说为什么一个要用 mother 一个用 Mr. 很简单，完全就只是因为押韵的关系，这样念起来比较顺口而已。那如果今天你真的是想要说同父异母或是同母异父的兄弟姐妹，可以用 half brother 或是 half sister 来表示，或如果你的兄弟姐妹是继父或是继母的小孩的话，就要改成 step brother and step sister。 好，那我们回归正题，他们当初因为参加了一个禅坐进修的活动，让两个人呢对彼此都有了更深一层的认识，心灵呢也因为进修的关系都疗愈成长了不少。像John说的，结束后好像变了一个人，内心整个好像达到一个新的境界这样。这边讲的禅坐进修就是刚刚访谈中提到的 meditation retreat。Meditation 它有沉思、冥想、打坐的意思，要注意不要把它跟 medication 搞混。好，两个虽然只差了一个字母，但完全不一样哦，一个是 meditation， 一个是 medication。 好，那 retreat 在这边是进修，不过如果今天是当动词用的话，就变成有撤退、隐退的意思咯。接着我们听一个片语， John 提到说他在这个4天3夜的进修活动结束之后呢came out on the other side， 字面上意思是从另外一边出来，但实际上表达的呢，就像我刚刚前面讲的，像变一个人，心灵呢进入到一个新的境界，像脱胎换骨这样子。好， come out on the other side， 或是有时候你也会听到有人说 come out the other side， 直接把那个 on 就省略。再来我们听到的是允雯她自我介绍的部分，如果听众朋友你刚好是她的粉丝的话，那这些你肯定就不陌生。原来呢在加州长大的她，在大学毕业后就搬回来台湾住，从一开始的行销工作到当模特儿，到现在当演员，11年咻一下就这样子过去了。那因为演戏的时候她都会需要很入戏，要感受到角色的情绪之后才能够去彻底的把人物演活。好，所以他这几年来也都一直在想办法去了解自己的情绪，去更认识自己，而且也因为这样子创立了他现在的 Honest Hour。 那讲到这段的时候呢，他用到这片语 One thing led to another 来表示他从做行销到当模特儿到演戏，好，这中间每个阶段的发生都很自然，工作机缘就这样子一个接一个来，有一种事情就这样子发生了的意涵在。好， one thing led to another。 那如果还没有听过 Honest Hour 这个节目的听众朋友，它其实呢就是一个允雯他跟大家分享内心世界的一个地方，会聊一些跟心灵成长啦，或是跟内在小孩沟通之类的心理相关主题。好，我觉得是个很不错的节目，我有时候也会去看。是说讲到这边的时候他提到就算是艺人也都一样是人，那人非圣贤孰能无过嘛，对不对？没有人是完美的，有时候他们也会是 deep in the dirt face down。 好，这个说法大家知道是什么意思吗？其实就是在表达就算是艺人也会有灰头土脸，有不完美的时候。这说法真的实在是描述得很生动，很有画面。那我们这段就先到这边告一段落，我们赶快继续听下半段的分享吧。
So thinking a little bit maybe about the future with your career as an actress and maybe Honest Hour, do you have any more future plans, let's say, for that?
I do want to go farther and deeper with Honest Hours. Season 1 was more coming from me, my journey, my feelings, my emotions. Season 2, I do want to explore into other people's journey. I want to invite more people from different fields and just explore their journey and their struggles.Because I feel like a lot of time from listening and understanding other people's journey and stories, it could help reflect on us. And that's what I want to do in season 2. And also, if I ever do get the chance to take Honest Hour globally, it would be so much fun. Imagine if I could do Honest Hour, on a vineyard, with the vineyard owner.
Yeah.
It would be so much fun because I feel like everyone deserves this type of honest conversation. Honest Hour is just an honest conversation that I have with people, and it's just so fulfilling for me.
I love that, and I love the name of it too.
Honest Hour.
Honest Hour. Does it have a Chinese name?
诚实课。
诚实课。
诚实的诚，诚实课。
Okay. All right. So go give that a listen, and support it wherever you can on all the
莫允雯的 Honest Hour.
Yeah. Well, can we shift gears a little bit
Yep.
to kind of the story of you?
Me.
Yes. And the sense of what was more of your upbringing? So how did
Okay.
you said you were born in California.
I was born in California, and then I spent a few years when I was really young in Hong Kong. And then because of my family, I moved to Taiwan, where my mom's side of the family is located at. I spent second grade in Taiwan elementary school. And then I went back halfway through third grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back to the States when I was in fourth grade. And then I stayed there all the way to college. And then my parents got into a divorce when I was 17. My dad had leukemia when I was 13. So growing up in the teen years, the adolescent years, it was quite a struggle, I feel like. But I was not aware that I was struggling. You know, I worked several jobs, which was very fulfilling for me because it brought me security. But I was never aware of why I needed to work so much. And then I went through college, and then I moved back after college. So I moved back when I was 23. And the whole time I thought, I would tell my brother, I think we didn't get messed up. I was always so proud that you grew up all right. It really wasn't until like years and years and years later, especially going, through heartbreaks after heartbreaks in relationship, you see how messed up you are. And everyone is messed up in some way. And it's not our parents' fault. It's not our fault. It's just the way it is. It's just the way life could be. I feel like back then I did not have the opportunity to take care of that, little Christina. She was not well taken care of back then, especially emotionally. But now I have the opportunity to really understand her and understand her struggles and understand where I am now so I could take better care of her back then.
Yeah, and I love that. And you're so in tune, like I said, with all of this because we're all dealing with something. We don't know necessarily what it is until it comes to the surface.
Yeah.
And now we're taking those steps to kind of heal and bring it to light and shed light on it as you love to do. And
it's still a journey. I feel like it's going to be a forever ongoing journey. Like I'm still on the way, I feel like I'm far from the final destination. We're probably never going to reach our destination. I don't know, but I feel like it's just a it's a learning journey.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important for you to have your support system, for you to have your friends and your family that support what you believe. And that's why you and so many other people, Denise, Jingyi, Chloe, Nikki, everyone, you guys are so important to me because you guys are there to lift me up when I couldn't lift myself up. And I would do the same for any of you guys.
Yeah, it's a beautiful family that we are building and honored that we're on this journey together.
Yeah.
And so thinking about then your language journey, where did language play into your life?
Okay, so I speak multiple languages, I realized. Okay, I speak English, I speak Mandarin, I speak Cantonese. I understand a little bit of Taiwanese since I've been back here for so long. But originally, I think my first language was Cantonese.
Yeah.
Because I moved to Hong Kong when I was 1.5. So my dad's side of the family, they spoke English and Cantonese. And my mom spoke Mandarin and Cantonese. So after learning Cantonese as my first language, I moved to Taiwan, which I struggle a little to learn Mandarin as a second grader. That's why I got bullied at school because I couldn't speak Mandarin really well. And then moving back to the US when I was in fourth grade, I kind of had to relearn English. And that was a struggle for me. Because even though I'm in fourth grade, like you're like 8, you're still a quick learner, but you're already like understanding like, okay, I'm a little bit different from other people and people will make fun of you and your feelings will get hurt. I remember I ate lunch in the bathroom stall because no one wanted to be friends with the Chinese girl. But I feel like moving back at 8 years old was also a great year because you can truly become bilingual because you have witnessed and experienced both culture. And that's what's so precious to me.
It develops a part of you too.
Yeah, it's a part of me.
It's part of you.
And Chinese is also part of me.
For
Like
sure.
讲中文，我完全没有办法想象我在一个不能讲中文的地方。And I'm so glad you understand Chinese too.
You force it on me all the time.
I force it on you. Sometimes I would text you and I don't know how to articulate it in English. So I would type Chinese to you. And I love it that you can understand it.
Yeah, and it's great for me too because you have such depth in both languages now. And sometimes I'm like, wow, how would Like, how do you think about that in Mandarin? And it's fun to see you express that.
It's really interesting. Sometimes I feel like my logic, my thinking method is in English, but sometimes it drifts to Chinese. And then when I'm in work mode, it's in Chinese.
Right.
And then when I'm with you guys, it's in English. It's like I could switch it on and off.
Yeah, it's really a talent because I think about, when you're filming, you're
all
kind
Chinese.
of so dialed into your script and your director, your AD, everything, and then you come hang out with us and we're just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that's why it takes practice because I feel like at first your tongue, they will get stuck for a little bit because English tongue and Chinese tongues completely different. But that's why you guys need to come hang out with me after work so I could, flow back into my English tongue.
No doubt. I like how you say that. Your English tongue, your Mandarin tongue, your Cantonese tongue.
My Cantonese tongue. Oh, Cantonese is a whole different, my gosh. Whole different tongue.
Whole different tongue. So can you share maybe with our audience, if you think about maybe when you came back to Taiwan as an adult, what really helped you kind of master your Mandarin tongue?
Back then, I remember I came back and I went straight to work. I worked for L'Oreal Corporate for a bit of time. And I remember at first, I didn't even know how to type Chinese. Like, I didn't even know pinyin. So I have to Google everything. But being in that environment, it really forced me to learn it. Because I feel like being in, a Chinese environment, if I'm constantly speaking English, it's rude. Yeah, I don't want to come off as rude or 不合群. So I really forced myself to learn it. I watch Chinese TV. I watch Chinese, 连续剧. Dude, 连续剧 is like the best way for you to learn Chinese. Especially those 宫廷剧. It's the best way for you to learn.
I was watching that on like a bus ride.
It's the best way for you to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just, put yourself in that environment and put yourself in that lifestyle.
Yeah. No doubt.
That's why part of me is very Thai, I like to go to, I love going to night market.
You do. Night markets and KTVs.
Yeah, I love it.
Not
Sing
Thai
Chinese songs.
You do all the time. Christina, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for making time out of this very, very busy schedule. And a question I love to end on NG英文 here is if you could go back and talk to a younger Christina.
Oh, God.
Would you give yourself any advice about life?
Oh, God, you're going to make me cry.
Oh, yeah, sister. Go deep with us.
Well, something I tell myself now every single day, and I would tell, the little Christina that's inside of me is, don't be afraid. I would give her a very tight hug and tell her, don't be afraid of whatever that's in front of you. Oh my gosh, you're going to make me cry. But because I feel like we go through life and not a lot of people would tell us, don't be afraid. People would tell you, 加油. People would tell you oh, come on, you could do it. But not a lot of people would tell us, don't be afraid. But sometimes that's what we need. We need that word of encouragement. We need that extra strength to kind of lift us up and say, don't be afraid.
I love that. And it makes me feel, your kind of motto lately is be the light.
Yeah.
Be the light. And yeah, that's just, that's what you are doing now for your inner Christina.
Inner Christina.
But it's okay to have the strength to kind of carry on.
Don't be afraid of whatever that comes your way.
I love it. I love it. Awesome, sister. Well, thanks for going deep with me.
Thank you.
As always. And where can people find maybe some shows you're doing, some social media?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram, xtina0505. There's also my Facebook 粉丝团莫允雯 Christina Mock. And there's also my 莫允雯 The Honest Hour on YouTube and on Spotify as well.
You can find her everywhere. She's an incredible actress, podcaster, lover of life, and skateboarder. We're going to go
skateboard now.
I love it. You are so extreme with all your sports, and I love that about you. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
下半段一开始提到了允雯她节目的未来走向，除了第一季是比较偏她个人的内心分享以外呢，也计划在第二季的时候可以邀请更多人到节目上分享他们自己的经历，甚至是走国际路线到其他国家去采访不同国情下成长的人，像他说到 Vineyard 到葡萄园去做采访，访问葡萄园主人，感觉就很有意思，有没有？那在讲完了这些关于 Honest Hour 的消息之后，允雯聊到的是他小时候的成长背景。原来呢，他之前其实在香港也在台湾都住过， 后来小4才又回美国，一路到大学毕业才回台湾。那在青少年期间，因为经历爸爸得 leukemia 的那个白血病和经历爸妈离婚，所以那段的青少年成长过程其实过得蛮辛苦的，在心理上呢也因此有了创伤。不过幸好因为现在长大了，懂得也比较多了，慢慢变得可以去照顾过去受伤的心灵。好，那在这段他不断提到的 messed up 是一个非常非常实用的片语，而且意思有很多种。那在这里呢，是形容个人状态很糟糕。好，就如果你说 I'm so messed up， 那意思就是我状态很不 OK， 整个人就是乱糟糟的这样子。那这个字的其他很多意思都主要是跟 mess 一团乱有关。像刚刚说形容一个人状况很不好的话，可以说 He is really messed up。但如果今天我们把它当动词来用的话呢，那意思就会变成是搞砸，好，或是弄乱弄脏。例如你可能才刚把床整理好，就看到狗狗或是小孩马上就要准备跳上床玩，那这时候呢，你可能就会说我才刚把床整理好， Don't mess it up， 不要再把它弄乱咯。好，或是你交代一件重要事情给别人做，希望对方不要搞砸了，也一样可以说 Please don't mess it up。所以像刚刚前面提到的，允雯她在香港、在台湾、美国都有居住经验，所以自然而然对这几个当地的语言，像是广东话、中文、台语、英文都不算陌生啊，甚至说得很流利。只是当初呢，刚刚回来台湾的时候，虽然讲中文不是问题，但是工作上要写啊、要打字什么的，他就比较没有办法。幸好因为这边整个大环境都是中文嘛，随时随地都有中文的熏陶，像是连续剧啦或是 KTV 之类的，加上自己也都有一直练习，让现在的允雯听说读写根本就不是问题。那在最后的部分呢，他提到希望自己不管面对什么事情都不要害怕的时候，又再度用到了一个在整段访谈中不断出现的字 inner， 好，内心或是内部的。像 inner child、 inner Christina 就是我们心里内在的小孩，内在的自己。或是像例如我们耳朵不是有分外耳、中耳跟内耳吗？那内耳就是 inner ear。或是如果像我们常听到的圈内人士，也跟 inner 有关，可以说 inner circle 或是 a member of the inner circle， 就是组织团体的核心成员。好啦，那希望大家都有从这次的内容学到一些东西。待会节目过后，赶快去听听语文的诚实课 Honest Hour。
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Peace. All right, well, that is our NG 英文 show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and now Spotify. You can search NG 英文, or you can search on IG, NG English ICRT. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7, and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
好啦，今天的节目就到这边告一段落啦，感谢各位的收听，别忘了订阅我们的 Spotify 还有 YouTube 频道哦。那喜欢我们节目的话，也要记得到 Instagram 到 IG 上追踪我们哦。如果各位有什么其他问题是想要问来宾的，也请欢迎在底下留言告诉我们，我们一定会想办法帮你问到手。好啦，那就下周在空中相会咯，拜拜。